Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to start with the Xesray's Combatant Fight for Glory Balathu, the Big Teeth. Now, what's crazy is, and this is really cool, is that Balathu is one of the larger figures I like from the Xesray Studios stuff. I actually love the big, crazy, brute scale stuff. It actually adds to my love of a against all odds type of shots. Now, Balathu is just like the other big boys, and it is a reskin. But we actually have a couple of new parts. We're going to have our big teeth, which are the Wolverine-like claw swords here. We have our armor patent here. We actually have this beautiful new head sculpt here, as well as the fur that kind of adds to it. And I'll bring out the other ones later so you can see the difference. I do love the idea of skulls, especially because the hinges on the skull actually are working, and they still actually have peg joints. So if you want to take these off and pop little skeleton bodies on it, or make it look like he's dragon bodies, absolutely fantastic. That idea should sit well with you if you're a crazy person, which I love. Now, Balathu also has a scar over his right eye. I do love this moving jaw. And as you can see here, the parts move really well to help and add for that articulation. Now, as you can see here, we can we do it? Yeah, we can. We can hit the T-pose. Obviously, with the armor part, it seems like it's going to be difficult, but that's not true, as they've added a nice little joint here. Oh, did my torso just pop up? It did. The torso just popped up. And I do believe because this is a production model or pre-production model, it's probably going to be like that. But yeah, as you can see here, we can lift up, and the armor part lifts up to allow us to lift the arm up. We still have our single joint, but we do have a bicep swivel, which is really nice. But to add to that extra oomph, we actually do have butterfly joints. These are really, really tight though, by the way. So I do suggest when you get yours, you heat it up if you want to add a little extra oomph. We do have a beautiful ball joint that allows for a nice range of movement. And then our torso movement is going to be really nice. Now, you will get an ab crunch, obviously. That crunches forward, and you can crunch back, and we have a ball joint that allows you to twist side to side. So as you can see here, you can still twist even though the lower part is also on a crunch. As far as our legs, there's no drop down, but you will be able to lift the leg up. It seems like you can't lift it up to 90 degrees when you have the belt on, but you should be able to pop this off the torso if you want the naked body and be just fine, because stuff like the wraps can come off as well as the belt. So you can have the naked bare body. So that's pretty cool. One thing about Balathu that I really like is that Balathu also has a rock style tattoo upon his body, which is really cool. If you really like to change stuff around on your characters and figures, it will give it a nice variety of character. There's also a thigh swivel as well, and you have a beautiful hinge. There is no toe pivot to make sure that you can balance the weight of this large figure. And the cool thing about this large figure, it does have a hefty amount of weight to it. It does look really good. Now, Balathu is, like I said, one of those big, big bruisers. So, you know, you want to, oh, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't know you could do this. So the hair can move around a little bit too. Okay, I didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool. Now, as far as accessories go, we're going to go and talk over that right now. And let's get to it. Can you stay still? Can you hold? Yeah. All right. See you guys in a bit. Now, I took off the armor on Balathu, so to make sure you can see that rock style tattoo there. It'll show better in photos, as I've been trying to perfect this new camera lighting and setup. And it's not the easiest, but I'm managing, right? Now, one of the things I want to talk about is what's really cool that I've learned on the gauntlet is that I can actually reverse this around. It doesn't have to sit as a high. I can actually rotate it around so it can sit lower on the arm if I would like to, if I don't want it to be a high guard, which I thought was pretty cool. We also have this big, beautiful mace. And one thing I want to say about the Xesray Studios is that I remember specifically saying that the human stuff wasn't like what I was feeling, but I do really like the monsters. And I can tell you right now, in the joint system, it's been a huge improvement. Mine's is a pre-production, so the torso rises up because that part isn't fully connected. But I've been told that it will, and that's actually pretty cool because I had to double check. So I already went over the mace, and now we will get closed fist for accessories. We will get some open action hands as well. And like I said, for the size comparison, I will pull the other ones that I have so you guys can see. But one thing I do like is that if you wanted to take all this off, make it bare, it'll look great. But more importantly, you can actually swap it with the parts of the other one. So you can start mixing and matching your stuff. And we'll get to talking about in the size comparison. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, now we're going to talk about this bad boy. Now, I talked about the other ones I've had in this line. So let's go over that real quick. Here is the red one, right? And like I said, you can actually like see that the body is clearly the same as the modular line. I'm here for it though, because the variety of styles we've gotten looks and works really, really well. Whether it's the belts, whether it's the foot armor with the tabs, you can mix and match this and have a spectacular time. As you can see, these crazy big dudes work well as enforcers or brutes. In photos, it's utterly phenomenal. I love that. And then when you compare it to the AX dinosaur stuff, I got the AX big dino. And as you can see, they're around the same size. Clearly, slightly different, like width-wise, but still, big boys. Next up, when you compare it to a regular Xesray, here's one all the way back from wave 1. And as you can see here, that's how a human would look if for the Xesray Studio stuff when compared. Now, when we compare other lines, this is where it gets fun because I like to mix and match, and everyone knows that. Here we are with Mezco Conan. Here we are with a Mythic Legion. Poxes to be exact. Poxes go pop, pop. So as you can see, these big boys fit in the lore and the line for me that work really, really well. Next up, we're going to do Mezco Ichigo and Mezco Doc Knock, the monster who hunts monsters, because why the hell not? These two are going to be like new fan favorites, team-ups. Right? Take those two away. Then when you try to pass off a domestic line, here we are with the G.I. Joe Classified. I'm just working with what's in front of me because I have a lot of stuff out as I try to fit in this new diorama and figure out how to make it work in this setup, because I actually got a ton of new stuff that came in. But yeah, from where I am now, I really have been enjoying stuff, but it's really hard because when you have so much stuff coming out, you also have to find a way to nitpick things because there's only a finite amount of space. Even if you had infinite money, you would still have a finite amount of space. And I mean that in any sense of the word. Like, even if you're like a gajillionaire, right? You have to buy a house for all your figures. That means if you're not living in that house, you're gonna take time to like go and see those figures. So it's always time, space, and money. The weapons triangle is what I call it. So you always have two, but you won't have the third. So when this trying to narrow it down has been fun because you actually get to really explore your toys and get to know things. And I'm probably like rambling on at this point, but it is what it is. I just wanted to say that I have thoroughly been enjoying all of my toys because of this. And I've been putting a little bit more emphasis on other stuff as I'm trying to like refine my love for things. And it's been great. And with that being said, please enjoy. I hope you found this enjoyable. I hope you enjoy the photos at the end. Most importantly, please leave that like, that comment, something nice. Because if I brighten your day, hopefully this will brighten mine, and vice versa. Let it go and let it be good for you. So as always, please be good, do good. Drink some water, guys. Later.